Hello everyone. Every morning, millions of traders open the market with one dream. Today, I'm going to make a profit. But by evening, most people are left with just one thing: guilt. Guilt because they didn't stick to their plan. Guilt because they piled on more losses trying to recover. Guilt because they couldn't stop themselves. And this is where a different kind of story begins. A story you won't find in any indicator or trading strategy. This is a story that goes beyond the charts. It's the battle between your mind and the market. The market isn't just about candlesticks. It's driven by your control. What you see on the chart is a direct reflection of what's happening inside you. Every impulsive click, every greedy entry, every ego-driven decision to hold, the market will make you pay for it. People often think trading is just a skill, but the truth is, trading is a mirror. It shows you your authentic self. If you're impatient on the inside, the chart will present volatility. If you're consumed by fear, the market will show you fear in every single candle. But if you're disciplined, that very same chart will bring you money, peace, and ultimately freedom. Every new trader wants to understand the market, but few truly try to understand themselves. The one who masters their inner self will find the market bends to their will. But if you lose that internal battle, even the most perfect strategy won't save you. Today, I'm not going to teach you an indicator. I'm going to teach you what's embedded in the DNA of every top trader. The formula that's built in your brain, not on a chart. The trading discipline formula. Because millionaires in the market aren't made by those who made the most trades, but by those who controlled themselves the most times. So the question is, do you want to conquer the market or yourself? Because for those who conquered themselves, the market becomes nothing more than a playground. Did you know that every morning when the market opens, it's not just buyers and sellers at work? It's thousands of minds clashing. Some are wrestling with greed, others with fear, some are with the guilt of past mistakes, and some are just determined to beat the market today. But the reality is, the market doesn't beat anyone. It's simply a mirror. It reflects whatever is happening inside you. If there's impatience within, you'll see an opportunity in every candle. If there's fear, every candle will feel like a trap. But if there's peace inside, that same chart will feel like poetry. Remember that day you had a plan? You knew exactly where to enter, where to exit, but the moment the market moved a little, you threw the plan out the window and traded purely on emotion. You thought you'd figured out the market, that profit was guaranteed. Then, in the very next minute, the candle reversed. A screen full of red, and in your heart, one question: why did I do that? This is the exact moment where discipline faces its first test. The market doesn't care about your strategy, it cares about your control. Every candle is a test. Will you be able to maintain your composure, or will you repeat the same old mistakes? Have you ever noticed that when you're losing, the market seems to tell you to exit quickly, but when you're profitable, your mind whispers, just a little longer. This paradox, patience disappearing in profit, yet increasing in loss, isn't irony. It's a psychological trap. Discipline is about recognizing this trap. The winner in trading isn't the one who makes the right entry every time. It's the one who stops themselves from making a wrong entry every time. The market's master isn't the one who can predict the market, but the one who can predict their own reactions. In every trader's life, there comes a day when they stop blaming the market and start questioning themselves. Why do I always stray from my strategy? Why do I make impulsive trades? Why can't I stick to my plan even after creating it?
And that's where true growth begins. Because when you realize your biggest enemy isn't the market, but your own mindset, you transform from a trader into a warrior. Discipline isn't just a habit, it's the armor for your trading soul. Without it, the market will continuously knock you down. It will repeatedly offer false hopes, and each time it will teach you the same lesson you haven't learned: self-control. The first code of the trading discipline formula is control your impulses before they control your capital. When you look at a chart and a candle jumps, your mind releases dopamine. Go, enter. If you miss this, you won't get another chance. But discipline means hearing that voice and doing nothing. Because winning in trading comes not from action, but from inaction. Thousands of traders in the market are ready to enter, but only a few have the strength to hold back. These are the elite traders. Patience isn't an emotion, it's a weapon, and every great trader is a master at wielding it. You might wonder why the market doesn't respect you, why you repeat the same mistakes, why you think you'll have control today, but never do. It's because your mind is trained for reaction, not for trading. Every red candle triggers fear within you. Every green candle, greed. Your heart rate quickens. Your hands get sweaty in front of the screen. You're not looking at an emotion chart. Discipline doesn't mean becoming emotionless. It means observing emotions but not reacting to them. This is the silent formula of every top trader. They operate in the market like a meditation. They don't speak, they observe. They don't react, they execute. Just imagine what would happen if you focused on yourself instead of the market. If you saw every candle as a test of your patience, every loss as a victory against your ego. Then you wouldn't lose, you would evolve. The true meaning of the trading discipline formula is this: every candle is a lesson for you, every mistake is an upgrade, and every controlled decision elevates you into the elite league. But there's a hidden truth here that most people never grasp. The market doesn't just see your strategy, it detects your state of mind. If you're in a revenge mindset, the market will trap you, making you repeat the same mistake to justify yourself. If you're desperate, the market will offer false entries, only to pull you deeper. But when you are calm, detached, focused, and emotionless, the market gives you clarity. Because the market is also a teacher. It just delivers the results after the test. The trading discipline formula means training yourself so thoroughly that no market move can disturb your peace. Because ultimate discipline is seeing every move with a neutral feeling. No happiness, no anger, just observation. The one who wins in the market is the one who observes their emotions so many times that one day they transcend them. They flow with the market and no longer need signals or indicators, because an inner indicator has developed within them: inner calm.
But this calmness isn't easily found. For this, you have to do what others don't. Stop, think, observe yourself. You have to tell yourself, in the market, I am not bigger than my plan. Not every candle is calling me. Some candles are just testing me. And when this understanding truly sinks in, you begin to gain control, not over the chart, but over your mind. That's where a trader's real journey begins. So friends, the next step of the trading discipline formula will teach you how to reprogram your mind so that discipline becomes not just a reaction, but your very nature. The next part is the real code, where you learn to hack your mind, where your mind will work with you, not against you, where following a trading plan will become an instinct, not a torture. So get ready, because the next part will activate a switch within you, after which you won't just trade in the market, you'll command it. You might have noticed that every time you open a chart, your heart beats a little faster. The market is moving, but something inside you is moving too. Excitement, hope, fear. And then your mind repeats one thing, enter now. But this is the biggest trap. The market doesn't give you profit, it gives you dopamine. And as long as you're addicted to dopamine, discipline will be out of your reach. The truth is, we are not just traders, we are dopamine junkies craving a thrill from every candle. As soon as movement appears on the chart, our mind goes into reward mode. This is science, the brain's reward loop mechanism. Every time you make an impulsive entry, dopamine is released in your brain and you feel in control. But in reality, you're in an addiction. Now, the question is, how do you break free from this? How do you reprogram your brain into trader mode? Listen carefully. Your brain works in two parts. First, the emotional mind, which seeks instant gratification. Second, the logical mind, which thinks long-term. In trading, every candle represents a battle between these two. The emotional mind says, enter, the opportunity is slipping away. The logical mind says, wait, follow the plan. And every time you trade impulsively, you weaken your logical mind each time with every click. The first step of reprogramming is to detox your mind from instant rewards. Yes, detox. Just as an alcoholic slowly gives up alcohol, a trader must give up dopamine-driven trading. Spending a day without trading, just observing, looking at the charts but not clicking isn't torture, it's training. Because when you can look at the chart and remain stable, your mind understands this person is no longer a slave to the thrill of the trade. Now, let's talk about neural rewiring. Your mind stores every habit as connections between neurons. Every time you trade impulsively, those neurons form stronger connections, and the next time that action becomes automatic. You trade without thinking. So, what do you need to do? Break that connection and replace it. How? Every time the impulse to trade arises, immediately slow your breath. Take deep breaths. Look away from the chart and tell yourself, I am an observer, not a participant. You can't even imagine how powerful this simple line is. Every time you consciously repeat it, you give your brain's neurons a new path. Slowly, the old impulsive path begins to fade, and a new path forms. Wait, analyze, act. Now comes the second step, morning mind setup. Before you start trading, it's more important to reset your brain than to analyze the market. In the morning, when you wake up, don't open the chart. First, look in the mirror and say these 5 lines to yourself. First line, today I will not control the market, I will control myself. Second line, I will not react to every signal. Third line, I am not bigger than the plan. Fourth line, every candle is testing me, I will pass. Fifth line, no plan, no trade. These aren't just affirmations, this is a switch to put your mind in trading mode. Because when you say this in the morning, you are pre-programming your subconscious.
Now, the third step is rewire through reflection. Every day after trading, don't just review the chart, review yourself. Write down where you broke a rule today, where emotion took over, where you successfully stopped yourself. Writing this might seem boring, but this is the real rewiring, because you're giving your mind feedback. You're teaching it which actions lead to reward and which lead to punishment. Slowly, your brain will learn that every impulse means pain, and every act of discipline means reward. After that, you won't have to show discipline. It will become automatic behavior. Now, I'll tell you a truth. Top traders don't follow discipline, they are addicted to it. They feel guilt in breaking rules, not pain in following them. And this level is reached only when your brain rewires itself. That is, when the impulsive trader within you dies and a new version is born, calm, detached, dangerous. But within this blueprint, there's a hidden code that perhaps no one has revealed yet. Before discipline arrives in trading, you have to change your hunger for dopamine. Wanting thrill isn't wrong, you just need to direct it. Don't seek thrill from the chart, seek thrill from control. Every time you stop an impulse, feel a victory within yourself. Every time you accept a loss without making a revenge trade, tell yourself, I have grown. Every time you stick to your plan, reward yourself, praise yourself, celebrate. In this way, your brain slowly builds a new addiction, an addiction to control, And this is where the true automation of discipline begins. But after this reprogramming comes the blueprint's third and most critical stage, where you must become a system above emotion. That level where decisions flow automatically from rules, not from feelings. Where you don't follow the chart, you follow the formula. Where you don't hunt for entries, you simply repeat patterns. Like a robot, but with the mindset of a monk. And this is the next code, the system over emotion formula. That code that completely eliminates the emotional trader within you. Every trader thinks, if I can control my emotions, the market can't beat me. But the truth is, emotions can't be controlled. They are bypassed. And this is the formula top traders follow, the system over emotion formula. When you sit down in front of the market, you're not alone. Your fear, your greed, your ego sit with you. The market reads you not from the chart, but from within. It knows when you'll panic, when greed will take over, when your ego will demand, now I have to recover. And as long as your decisions are triggered by emotions, the market will keep teaching you the same lesson. A trader who trades based on feelings is the market's favorite victim. One day, you'll have to accept that you can't erase emotions, but you can place a system above them. A system means rules that are bigger than your mood, conditions that override your feelings. A professional trader doesn't operate on emotion. They only operate on conditions. They create a plan. If this happens, I will do this. If not, I will do nothing. No excitement, no fear. Whether the market goes up or down, their next step is already predetermined. And this is where freedom begins. That freedom every beginner seeks, but few ever find. Because freedom isn't in reacting to every candle. Freedom is in doing nothing even when you see the candle. The system mindset is where every step you take is predefined. Your mind doesn't guess, it executes. The market can't trap you because you already have an escape plan. But the biggest question is, if the system is so powerful, why doesn't everyone follow it? Because the system is boring and emotions are entertaining. You want thrill at every candle, excitement, dopamine. The system takes all that away. The system says, just wait. The system says, stop loss hit? Okay, exit. The system says, got profit? Book it and go. But your mind says, let me wait a little longer, maybe it will double. This is where traders stumble. So discipline doesn't just mean following rules. Discipline means tolerating boredom. The system is boring, but wealth is hidden within that boredom. Every time you follow a boring rule, you are silently conquering the market. The system over emotion formula is simple. Don't fight emotions, just make them irrelevant. When your system is so clear that you don't need to think about anything, emotions become powerless. And this is the level where you don't play the market. The market plays by your rule book. Now ask yourself a question. Do you have a system or just hope? Do you have written rules or just feelings? If every trade you make has a different logic, then you're not a trader, you're a gambler. And the market always teaches a gambler that the price of going above the rules is very heavy.
The true purpose of a system isn't profit, it's peace. Because when you know every move beforehand, you don't experience fear. You don't fear loss because you know that too was part of the plan. That calmness, that inner silence, that is true success. Now, listen to a golden truth. Every successful trader treats their system like a sacred text. They don't go against it. They say, I can lose, but my system cannot. And this surrender brings them victory. The market's greatest irony is this. Those who abandon the system find thrills but lose money. And those who live by the system find boredom but earn wealth. So, if you truly want to become a next-level trader, create a system that kills your emotions. Whatever happens on the chart, your action should always be the same. Loss, exit. Profit, partial book. Whatever happens, the rule is the same. One day, your mind will tell itself, now I don't need to think, I just need to execute. And from there, discipline will become automatic. Because when the system runs, humans don't make mistakes, machines do, and machines are never emotional. Now, I'll leave you with a line that will shift your entire mindset. To win in the market, you don't need to become a robot. You need to become a monk. A robot executes without emotion, and a monk observes without attachment. The only difference between the two is one thing: awareness. And now, the next phase begins, the monk mode trader, where the system is ready, but now you must achieve emotionless calmness. That stage where you observe but don't react, where the market will be noise and your mind will remain tranquil. Have you ever noticed everyone in the market is shouting, buy, sell, breakout is coming? Every candle, every tweet, every news is designed to make you react. But there's also a trader who just watches all of it and does nothing. They are silent, but dangerous, because they are a monk mode trader. The difference between winners and losers in trading isn't in strategy. The difference is in noise versus silence. Every beginner listens to every candle. Every professional listens to the voice of their own mind. The most silent person in the market is the most aware, because they know that noise kills clarity. A monk mode trader is someone who views trading not as a battlefield, but as a meditation hall, where every candle is a thought, every move a distraction, and every loss a teacher. They don't jump at every signal. They observe, analyze, then make just one perfect strike, like a Zen archer who doesn't shoot hundreds of arrows, but just one, and it always hits the right spot. The market wants peace, but traders want excitement, and this is where the downfall begins. Watching every candle is a thrill, reading every news is an addiction. Every green bar boosts the ego, every red bar raises the heart rate. The monk mode trader is detached from all of this. They know that the market's job is to move, their job is to remain stable. Have you ever noticed, every time you overtrade, your mind becomes restless. You feel that you must do something because in silence is fear. But the monk mode trader finds peace in silence. They know that no trade is also a trade, because the biggest secret of the market is patience is also a position. They don't fear loss because they have killed their ego. They don't get carried away by profit because they have learned to control greed. They simply observe. Whether the candle moves or falls, their emotions don't waver. They know that if they remain stable, the market won't seem unstable. In trading, monk mode means detachment without ignorance. It means you care, but you're not obsessed. You look at the chart, but you don't get lost in it. You want profit, but you don't chase it. This is the state where you are in the market, yet outside the market. You see the candle, but the candle doesn't see you. You take a trade, but the trade doesn't control you. Monk mode isn't a fancy concept. It's a mental revolution, where you transform yourself from a money chaser to a mind master. When you are in this state, you operate with clarity. And when there's clarity, decisions are sharp. And when decisions are sharp, profit comes automatically. Every candle is trying to teach you something, but you'll only hear it when your mind is calm. In noise, the signal gets drowned out. That's why the monk trader meditates every morning. They don't observe the chart. They observe their breath. They don't look at candles. They look at their thought patterns, because they know that if there's peace inside, there's no chaos outside. A monk mode trader never compares. They don't look at other people's profit screenshots. They know that everyone's chart is different, everyone's time frame is different, and everyone's journey is unique. They compete with themselves. Every day, they ask just one question: was I more stable today than yesterday? If the answer is yes, that's their win.
There are two types of people in the market. One who seeks thrill, and the other who seeks truth. Thrill is temporary, truth is permanent. The monk mode trader walks the path of truth. They know that discipline is boring.
but that is also their destiny. When you reach this stage, you don't just see the chart, you see the flow. You don't fight, you don't try to prove, you improve. And this is where you become bigger than the market. The market then becomes a guru for you, not just a game. Every candle becomes your lesson, every stop loss a mantra, every profit a blessing. And now the question isn't how much you're earning. The question is, how calm are you after every trade? Because this is the real scale of mastery. Profit is temporary, but peace is permanent. Now imagine, if you reach that level, where silence becomes a reward for you, what will the market be able to teach you? Nothing. Because you've reached the stage where the market doesn't test you, it observes you. But after monk mode comes the blueprint's final stage. That level where you become not just a trader, but a master of consistency. Where you are not emotionless, but enlightened. Where every decision is effortless and every trade is meaningful. Everyone tries to conquer the market, but very few reach the place where the market tries to conquer them. Where candles don't test them, but follow them. That level is consistency and mastery. In trading, consistency doesn't just mean profit. Consistency means being the same every day, no matter what the market does. Whether the market falls or soars, your heart rate remains stable. Whether a stop loss hits or a target is achieved, your mind remains neutral. That is true consistency, where your mood doesn't fluctuate with the chart. Every beginner trader wants profit every day, but a master trader wants control every day, because they know that profit is a byproduct of control. If you can control your behavior, the market cannot stop your profit. Consistency isn't a strategy, it's an identity. You don't adopt it, you become it. Every day, when you follow the same routine, maintain the same mindset, repeat the same patience, your brain slowly develops faith in your plan. And the day your brain trusts you, from that day onwards, you become not emotionless, but unshakable. Consistency seems boring because it lacks excitement. It's just repetition. But remember, excitement burns fast. Repetition builds legends. Every legendary trader does the same work every day. The same analysis, the same plan, the same calmness. Because they know that consistency means creating predictability amidst chaos. And this is mastery. In trading, mastery means not predicting every move, but remaining calm despite every move. A master trader doesn't look at the color of the candle. They look at the patterns of their own behavior. They don't consider loss an insult. They consider it feedback. They don't consider profit success. They consider it the result of discipline. A master trader doesn't care if the market is green or red, because everything is balanced within them. They know that nothing outside the market is stable. Therefore, they have to create stability within themselves. That's where it begins, where you accept that the market is random, but your reaction shouldn't be. Every beginner trader looks for external patterns. Every master changes internal patterns. A beginner says, the market is unpredictable. A master says, I am predictable. And in this predictability lies power. Because the market is chaos. But if the trader is consistent, then chaos becomes their servant. The ultimate secret of the trading discipline blueprint is this. You don't have to automate the market, you have to automate yourself. When your habits become automatic, trading will become effortless. You will not monitor every day, you will meditate. You will not react to every entry, you will observe. And every trade will leave a new clarity within you. A master trader never chases. They know that profit is not their destiny, it's their shadow. They just walk on the right path, and profit follows by itself. Consistency comes when you trade not for profit, but for discipline. Because discipline is needed not just one day, but every day. And when discipline becomes your identity, the market becomes your possibility. Now listen to the final truth. Trading isn't a business. It's a journey of self-awareness. Every candle introduces you to yourself. Every loss shows you your weaker version. Every profit reminds you that control is always within you. Trading teaches patience. Trading teaches surrender. Trading teaches you to kill the ego. And when all these align, then trading becomes not just earning, but an awakening. So now ask yourself a question. Have you come to the market to make money,
or to understand yourself. Because for the one who has conquered themselves, the market is just a playground. And for the one who has not, the market is a punishment ground. If you understood this journey, if you felt that spark inside that yes, I also need to work on myself now, then remember, the trading discipline formula isn't just a video, it's your mirror. Every time you hear it, a new version of you awakens. Stop chasing the market. Start mastering yourself. Because when the mind becomes the master, the market becomes the servant. If this video has ignited the fire within you, then like it so this fire spreads further. Comment, I choose discipline, because this is your public promise to yourself. And share it with that trader friend who makes a plan every time and breaks it every time. Tell them, now it's time to follow the formula. And yes, if you want to remain a part of this journey, then subscribe to this channel. Because here we teach not strategy, but self-mastery. Thank you.